Good morning from Guernsey. So I have all of my stuff and things, including some extra groceries, and I am going to catch a bus down into town where I can catch a ferry to go to Sark. Well, here I am down at the ferry port. I had about an hour and a half to try to kill, so I was gonna go get some coffee and walk around a bit, but it started raining, so I tried to duck into different coffee places, and everybody had the same idea, so they were all packed. So I just came back to the ferry place and waited, and now we're waiting to board the ferry. It's still very, very lightly misting, but nothing too bad. If it keeps up like this, it'll be okay, but it's not looking good. On the boat. So you can take the little tractor bus up the hill for £1.50, but the guy was like, it's like a 10-minute walk. I think it's just if you don't want to climb the hill, but I've done nothing but climb hills for the last month, so I'm all set. I can climb a hill. So also there's some very confused people down there, so it's probably going to be the same amount of time anyway. So I'm climbing it. It's super cute. Definitely has a little more French here. Probably because more things are in French. This is my little B&B, the Sea Mist. This is a really interesting house. It's like all slotted together. You can kind of see it. And like all of the different doors you have to like step up and over. I don't know, it's interesting. But it's super nice. This is the view. The sea that way. And the sea that way. And some fields and cows and things. A little outdoor. It'd be lovely if it were sunny, but you know, whatever. This is my room. A bed. Storage, little coffee tea situation, teeny tiny fridge. Storage, bathroom. So this was the B&B that I kind of was just like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get a nice B&B, splurge a little bit. Was hoping that my time on Sark would be like really relaxing and stuff like that. And hopefully it will be. It's just, I think also gonna be pretty grim weather. But if nothing else, I can sit on the bed and watch the nature. So there's that. Well, a little spot of blue, although this direction still feels mighty temperamental. So I've decided to go into town, if that's a thing. But very much not dressed to go walking. I have a tote bag. I'm gonna go be a real person, not just a walker for today. So I was laying on the bed and I almost fell asleep, and I was like, why am I so tired? And then I was like, oh right, because I took a Dramamine for that ferry ride. So I could probably fall asleep right now. So I should not do that. So I'm gonna go for a walk into town and check out the shops. And yeah, and you know what? These next few days, Sark was always meant to be like just pure relaxation and things that would just like bring me no stress. So that's what I'm gonna do while I'm here. Well, this is adorable. Little neighbors of the people that I'm next to have a little honesty box jam situation here. So this is the main avenue. And the only avenue. So this is town. Wild. Also, I'm pretty sure there's no cars in this island, so people use tractors. Basically like their cars. That's what you see on the roads. This is wild. There's another little, it's jam and eggs and then produce. Wonder what they have. Oh, basil, tomatoes, spinach, lettuce, rocket, fine beans. Nice, nice. Oh, very cool. So I just hopped into their little grocery store and they're actually quite a bit more stocked than I thought they would be. I mean, it's obviously more expensive than it is on Guernsey, but not everything. Like this was $1.50, but like in England I was paying like over £2, or £1.50. But I was paying like over £2 sometimes for them. So, oh, and I finally got a lemon. I'm not gonna be happy because they make it with artificial sugar now instead of regular sugar, but you know what? I'm here, I gotta have my lemon soda. So I don't know if you know this, but the post boxes in like the UK are red. And then the ones in Ireland are the same ones, but they've been painted green. And the ones on Guernsey were, again, same ones but painted blue. And I believe, if memory serves, the Isle of Man were blue too. Sarks are like gold. Amazing. They've turned their telephone booth into a AED situation, but look, it's an old telephone. Isn't that cool? Here, I'm kind of easier. So apparently this is an old mill. Sun's coming out. It's beautiful. So for your playground update for the day, we have that swing thing and one for a small child. We have that like structure with weird bridge, all wood on grass. We have that climbing thing. We have a seesaw. And we have monkey bars. Very similar to what you see in the US actually at this point, I think. I think there's some sort of school trip going on right now because there are packs of like middle school age girls roaming around the island. I'm guessing they're like staying at the camping site or something and they just get to go off and play during the day or whatever. But like they have a bunch of bikes, they're just like a little out of control. And if I had to guess, I'd say they're probably about 11, maybe 12, somewhere in that neighborhood. Yeah, I just wonder what it is. Where's the responsible adults? You know, that sort of thing. I almost got taken out by 2 different bikes because they were not paying attention. So, love that. Hopefully they leave. It's a milk vending machine. I do kind of want a random milkshake. Let's go investigate. Also, look how pretty with the blue sky. If I could just do this every day, that would be amazing. Absolutely amazing. Look at this, look at this. This is what I came here for. I'm gonna appreciate it while I have it. It's the dairy. And there's the cows. They're so large. Onward. See about this vending machine situation. Oh, I don't even watch them milk the cows every day at 5. Oh wow. Oh, it's the babies. How cute. Even they're big. This must be their little facility. It's not a very big one, it doesn't look like to me. But let's go see what they got in the machine. Okay, after a very confusing adventure, this family and I figured out how much to actually pay for these. I think I put too much syrup in mine though. But it'll be interesting. Chocolate milk. The one thing I don't like though is that the machine has semi-skimmed milk in it, which is like, I believe it's the equivalent of like 2%. Maybe 1%, I don't know. But I like whole milk. And you can't do that with the whole milkshakes, unfortunately. Well, you could, but I don't need like twice as much as this. I need probably even less than this, but this is what I got. So we'll see if I like it or not. Okay, I tried it. I put too much chocolate syrup in it, but it's good. It's better than any milk, like chocolate milk that you'll buy at a grocery store in the US, that's for sure. Well, there's some horses. And that is Guernsey. That's Herm, I believe. I don't know what the other little one's called. And then look at that beach that Herm has, though. That's why people go there, I think, for the days, for that beach. On the other side is Guernsey. Well, you know, this place gets some bad wind, given the trees growing like that. Actually, a lot of the trees are leaning in that direction. So for a place so small, this this island has a ton of bicycle rentals, and well, like I think there's like 3 or 4 different shops. It's because the island is kind of like a mesa, so it's like steep from the sea up, but then once you're on top, it's like there's a few dips and stuff, but it's fairly flat. And so a lot of the like trails and stuff on the island are pretty wide because they have to accommodate bikes. So I'm on this little like nature walkie park area, which is the part of the island that seems to have the most sun. And I'm seeing other islands off in the distance. So there's that, which I don't know if that's France or if that's like, that might be France, honestly, it's kind of big. And there's that over there, which might be Alderney. I think that's how you pronounce it. Not quite sure. I don't have a great lock on the geography yet, but no, I'm pretty sure that's France because it's like unending. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. But... well, here are some goat friends, I guess. They are not at all afraid of me. They're very tiny. Hello, guys. Hi. See? Goats. Completely unbothered by me. Oh, mom just showed up, and some other adult goats. These two have just been following me. I'm not hurting your babies, mama. They're just decided I'm their bestie. Also, need a cannon? Because there's one just right here. Probably goes along with the tower situation over there. And there's its own little island with a like little mini fortress castle thing on it. There's an article in the New Yorker from like 2012 about this island. It starts with a B. I forget what it's called now. But apparently it's hi goat. Jesus Christ. These goats with their babies are like all up in my business. They're like following me. Goodbye. 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 Well, unfortunately the clouds are starting to move in, so I think I'm gonna go out to this point. It's like Manolette. Then apparently there's a Buddhist carving. I don't know. And then I'm gonna probably head back towards the buildings and such. Well, this is not going to be connected for long. Apparently that's one of the beaches. I don't think Sark has really any sand beaches, at least not like what Herm has or what the one side of the Guernsey has. There might be one actually, but it's on the other side of the island, which we shall see tomorrow when we do a little more exploring. So it's way too windy to hear the actual audio on this, but I'm basically saying that that is the Buddhist carving out on the edge there, and that I was going to go check out this little kind of half tower structure here. I'm standing in the thing. It's a nice wind protector. Also, it's really pretty out here. So I found this little sundial thing, or at least that's what it looked like, But it turns out that it was kind of giving directions to other places around. So that was Herm. And then I believe I found, or maybe I'll scooch in, a couple of other places that I don't remember / can't hear. And then I started naming things like Alderney, and came to realize that that big kind of landmass that I saw was actually France, given the names. I think that's Choberg. I still can't pronounce it. I don't speak French. And a couple of other very French-sounding names that were maybe, a handful of miles away. And then I find at the very bottom, Mont Saint-Michel and Jersey. So that's what this is. So I think this landmass you can actually walk out there to when the tide is low enough. I'm just kind of pointing to where I think the crossover is. And then if you look out far, there's a teeny tiny lighthouse way out there. And I think that's the ferry coming in. So there's these postings all over the place on this island about these Asian hornets. I haven't quite put together if they mean like the murder hornets or not, but they're here, please let us know, don't just kill them, track them, let us know where you found them, because they're trying to, I think, round them all up. And so when I was down there looking at the cannons and stuff, definitely saw some. I tried to get close to the cannon and they kind of didn't want me to do that. So I was like, okay, never mind. I left. But now I'm going to see if I can report it, because apparently that's what I need to do. But it's a little after 4. It's 4:20 or something, 4:30 maybe. I'm gonna go back to my Airbnb, my B&B, and I'm gonna probably just chill, lay on the bed, look at the sea, maybe read a book until dinner time, which here is apparently from 6 to 8, and then I'm gonna see what's open. And I'm gonna go wander back into town and try to scope out a place to have dinner. So that's planning. That's a thatched roof house. Well, the thatch doesn't look so hot right now, but yeah, that's cool. Now this looks French. Okay, so it's just before 6, and I figured I was going to take a wander into town to see what looks good and / is open / has availability. I did some Google research ahead of time, so I know that there's at least 3 or 4 places opened that look decent. They all look good. What do I want to eat, and from there we'll just see what has space. Everybody was oh, you should book ahead, but then at the same time it seems like I opened up a website for one of the places to see if I should book or something. There was plenty of place to book, so I don't know. We shall see. Local gin, tonic, chicken Caesar, need protein and vegetables. So I had a nice little dinner. The food's solid. I wouldn't say it's the best Caesar salad I've had in my life, but the gin was really good. I'm excited about that. There is a pub close to my B&B that, I don't know, I kind of want one more drink, but I don't really want to be around people. So, and it was pumping when I walked by earlier, so perhaps it's not the vibes. The Euro is on tonight, and England is in the quarterfinals or something. So everybody's pumped about it. So I think I might pass on that. Maybe I'll just go back and lay in my bed and stare at the sea again. That's the pub. Love Miley, but not the vibe for now. Not the vibe. Well, this place seems to think it has ice cream, but it also looks quite shut. So perhaps not. I might see if the Bel Air Inn has that or if it's just this. Sadly, it looks like this place is closed. Even though all the signs are still out. But, you know, that's just the way things go here. Like, people just leave bikes, like, there, and it's fine. So, it's clearly very safe. I really want ice cream. You know what's interesting to me? Like, they don't have a fish and chip shop here that I can tell. And to me, like, even the tiniest little villages in England will have a chippy, like a fish and chip shop. And the same thing is true in most of Ireland. So it's wild to me that, like, on this teeny tiny little island, like, which is frankly bigger and has more businesses than a lot of the other small little hamlets I've been to, doesn't have one. Like, you know, just a walk-up window situation that just does like fish and chips and a couple of other things. So it'll be interesting. I'm gonna try and go to the seafood place that my host recommended, but I don't know if they're open for dinner, so I might try popping by tomorrow and asking, because they do have some sort of like fish and chip situation, and I'd like to try some local fish and stuff like that. So yeah, okay, I think I'm just gonna walk back to my accommodation. I do have some little bourbon cream cookie biscuit things. Maybe I'll make some tea and watch the sea, and that'll be what it is. So that's it for today, now that I'm on Sark. And tomorrow, I think my plan is to go walking. So go out and try to like walk down all the paths to the different like coves and like cover the island in that way. And then we'll see what the day after that brings. But that's the current plan.